The night hadn't quite ended when Pozzuoli awoke to the sound no human being ever wants to hear, a long, deep crack from beneath the ground. It wasn't an explosion, not a brief earthquake, but a deep pull, as if the earth were being slowly ripped apart from within. The asphalt of the city's main road split. A long, black line transformed into a giant crack, creeping relentlessly through residential areas, the port, and the outskirts of Naples. Emergency officials called it a single path. It stretched nearly 8 kilometers beneath the city. From the fissure, hot steam and toxic gases began to escape. The smell of sulfur filled the air. Windows shook, walls creaked, and floors seemed alive, rising and falling in an irregular rhythm. This was no ordinary earthquake. This was something else. Residents poured into the streets in their pajamas, children cradled in their arms, pale faces illuminated by emergency lights. Cries mixed with screams. Many knew one thing: they lived above Campi Flegrei, one of the world's most dangerous supervolcanoes. But tonight, the threat felt far greater. Warning sirens blared in several districts. A limited evacuation was in place, but the route out of the city passed through equally dangerous zones. Police and soldiers tried to reassure residents, though they themselves couldn't answer the simple question: what was rising from beneath them? At the Geological Monitoring Center, digital screens displayed data that left scientists speechless. Extreme ground deformation was recorded within hours. Shallow seismic activity was increasing. Magma pressure was showing patterns never seen before. Some volcanologists began to raise the most frightening concern: this fissure might not be isolated. Early data hinted at the possibility of a developing physical pathway, a magma corridor potentially connecting Campi Flegrei with Mount Vesuvius. If this suspicion were correct, then Europe's two most deadly volcanic systems would no longer be separate. They might share pressure, energy, and magma, changing the entire scientific understanding of southern Italy's volcanic region. This wasn't just a local crisis, a researcher said, his voice trembling. This could be a regional geological event with consequences that we cannot yet fully predict. On the hazard map, a single figure stood out ominously: 3.5 million people. That's how many people live in the red zone: Naples, Pozzuoli, and the surrounding populous cities. Historic cities, vital ports, economic hubs, all stand on shifting ground. Hospitals are on standby, airports are on emergency alert, and schools are closed. But time seems to be against us. No one knows if this rift will ever be resolved, or continue paving the way to something far more destructive. The sky above Pozzuoli is still dark, but not because it's night. A thin cloud of vapor hangs, illuminated by the flickering city lights. Below, the earth continues to breathe, heavy, hot, and restless. Southern Italy now stands on the brink of history. The silence before a catastrophe is felt in every corner of the city. The world holds its breath, waiting for an answer that hasn't yet come. Will the earth calm down again or explode and change everything?